Hey everybody, welcome back. So today we're going to be we are going to be drawing Todo from Jujutsu Kaisen. I was trying to say that too fast, I think, and it ended up taking longer. I'm on a landscape orientation paper, right? Page. Use a pencil and hit pause if I go too fast when I move my hand and stuff, right? Hit that pause button. Right. So center point of my page is about here. I'm going to come up over to the right hand side and I'm going to start with his eyes. Quite small eyes, right? So we go diagonal up and then over, like so. And then bottom eyelid just here. Right, so quite thin, small eyes. And his iris, just kind of a half circle underneath here. I think they're brown, but I'm gonna do them black because they're so small. And maybe thicken up the top eyelid just a little bit. Right. Like so, his eyebrow, just above there. So kind of downturned sort of eyebrow here. Like a tick mark coming across here. And we make it thicker on this end and bring it across to there. Might have an eyelid line underneath, like so. Maybe like a line just around his eye there. So we come over, we do the other eye. So we're about eye distance across, right? You can nearly fit his eye in between, right? It's pretty tight, but it's like just about, right? So that's where the next eye starts. And then we'll go across again, like so. And then our bottom eyelid, the thin, comes across here. And then his iris, half circle, just like that. And you can thicken up the top eyelid line a little bit. Eyebrow then, tick mark coming up this way, and then make this end a little bit thicker and just bring it back to a thin end back here. And then an eyelid line underneath, down there. And he seems to have like some frown lines just going this way, like his brow. Like so, and maybe like a line around his eye on that side. His nose then, so we go diagonal, just over here on the left hand side. And then we go straight down. And we got a little V on the bottom, so it just like goes up like so. And nostrils. Okay. Kind of sort of detail lines up here sometimes. Not all the time, but there isn't this picture anyway. And then his mouth. So we'll just go, he's kind of smiling, but you just start with like a long straight line across there. And then we smile it up at the edges, just like this. And then we give those corners of his mouth just those lines like so. Bottom lip. Across here, up to there. And he's a real square chin. Right, like so. Proportion wise, right, we go from eyes to nose, about the same as nose to chin. So the nose is halfway between the eyes and the chin, and then nose to bottom lip, about the same as bottom lip to chin. The line for his bottom lip, here to here, about the same as here to here. Okay. That's your proportionality. And then we'll go up the corner for his jaw. Stop about mouth level, just here, and right underneath the edge of his eyebrow there. So he's a real wide sort of jaw. Right, like so. And you're going to change direction and go up the side of his face. So we'll just change our direction and go up to there. Like so. And up here we have a sideburn, right? So we've got like this sort of V-like shape here, and another there. And then he has sort of these jaw lines, right? So like so. And then his ears, just kind of a little bit above the eyebrow, will come around from the sideburn down to there. Let me go out, around, down, into there. And inside here then we have details just on the inside of the ear. Easiest way is always this sort of letter J kind of shape, like that. But if you want, you can add like more detail, like so. So easiest way, letter J, but then there can be more detail inside. There's hairline, right? So we kind of step in, and we have a couple of zigzags here on the first side of his head. Step in, a couple of zigzags there, and then this will go up to here, like so. And then it kind of comes just like flat across the top. Slightly curved, maybe. Like so. And then he's got like lines on the side of his head for his temples, just there. And then we give him that scar. So it's coloured in, it's not drawn in, but I'll draw it in just so we know where to put it. Like here. So this is done like in like a peach sort of skin colour sort of thing. Like so, and there could be, you know, like some texture lines inside, just to show it as sort of this sort of scar tissue, giving it a sort of texture like that. So his hair, right? So we sort of come up the side and it kind of bumps around, right? So it's got these sort of hairlines like this because his hair is like tied up, right? I don't have room for the bun on top, but I'll fit in as much as I can. So this just like comes across. Right, and you know he has a bun on top of his head. It kind of sits up back here, but you can't really see much of it. It's like these strands of hair that go up around this way. If you have more room, you can draw that in. It's pretty easy to find it online. They're just these kind of pieces of hair that kind of stick up back here. If I put them in, I think his face would have been too small. So that was the choice we made. So then, right, muscly sort of anatomy, right? So neck comes right down from his ear. Right, real wide sort of neck. And then his trapezius. He's out like so. So he's a real big muscly dude. Right. And then neck muscle inside, and then kind of Adam's apple sort of shape there. Collarbones, right? So collarbones come out from your clavicle just here, right? So, right, and they go out towards his shoulder. So it goes out this way. It's always a good way to sort of start. It goes out like so. Right? And then we got sort of neck muscles and stuff in here. Alright. So center line for his chest is just here then. And the edge of his chest muscles out here. So we'll get these in first before we do the shoulders. Just so we get sort of the anatomy in the right place. So you're not like, you're not right out at the edge of the, you start the chest sort of in here. And the edge of the chest muscles kind of line up with the end of the collarbones just here. Kind of. It's a good rule of thumb, yeah. And then his chest muscle real big, comes down, back up to here, down, back up around to there. And you can have sort of these kind of muscle fiber lines, maybe like the bottom of the collarbone, just there. And some abs maybe just in here. Right, so then his shoulders stick out real far, right? So it comes out like so. Okay. So we're like wider than his head, nearly, right? So it's like head width. That's where the shoulder sort of drops off. He's a muscly guy, so but it's about head width. I always say like bring it over a head. And that's where the shoulder, how wide you want your shoulders to be. So that's his shoulder there, and it kind of comes out like so. And then shoulder muscle in here, and shoulder muscle in here. And then his tricep will go down here, and we can just see like his bicep and the side of his body kind of there, maybe like a bicep line there. This comes down, bicep, side of the body. And you know, if you want, you can add as much sort of shoulder like muscle detail and things like that as you want, but there isn't any really in the picture drawn from, so I'll leave it there. That's how to draw Todo from Jujutsu Kaisen. Hope it's helpful, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.